Hey ladies! Okay, so I was going to talk about two different things today. One, a little bit about the paleo diet, which I know I've done a video on, but I was asked to kind of like give like a typical meal plan. I can't remember the question now. Anyways, and then also I'm going to talk about exercise, which I know I talked about a couple videos ago. But yeah, this is, I thought of something last night. I was exercising. I went for a run, and then I also walked to cool down. So yeah. Oh gosh, I can't even think right now. Anywho, what I was thinking was that a lot of people think that, and I know this sounds so redundant from one of my last videos, but I promise I'm going somewhere with this. So most people think, you know, they have to work out really hard and you have to go running if you want to lose a bunch of weight, and you have to, you know, lift weights, or you have to do Zumba, like I've said before, and I know I pretty much said the same thing. But one thing I forgot to mention in my video is, well, I mentioned it, but I don't think that I like really talked about it. And my hairs are driving me nuts. They're everywhere. Anyways, so it doesn't matter what you are doing, as long as you're doing something that burns calories. And I'm not going to say that if you walk a mile versus run a mile, you're going to lose the same amount of weight. That's not how it works. What it is it's how many calories you burn. What you want to do is you eat X amount of calories. So say you're on an 1800 calorie diet, which is a typical diet. And then you go and burn 800 calories. Okay? So that's creating an 800 calorie deficit, which means you have, you know, you're supposed to ingest or consume 800 or 1800 calories, but you worked off 8 of them after, you know, or as long as you eat 1800, it's fine. As long as your deficit isn't more than 1,000, I think. So you can eat 2,000 calories and then burn off 800. I have worked out pretty hard before, and I've worked off like 1,100 calories, and that was fine, because my body, you know, it's like everyone's body does this. It's like, okay, I need food, and so I went and I ate, but I didn't overeat, and I probably ate about 2,000 calories that day. Probably more than that, actually. Anyways, but I did work off a lot of calories, so it was okay. And so it's all about the calories that you burn. You don't have to go running, because if you walk, like I go running, and I do 3 laps around my neighborhood, and then I walk off, or I walk to cool off for 2 laps. And just in that, I burn like 760 calories or something. And that's the workout I did last night. But in walking, so that's 5 laps that I did. If I walked 7 laps, I would burn the same amount of calories. Probably maybe a little less. But yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make, is you don't have to go running. A lot of people think that you have to run and you have to like hardcore work out, but you just have to do it longer if you're going to do like a slower pace workout or a less intense workout. And that's just because it's more intense. You're burning more calories when you're running opposed to walking. But you can still, it doesn't take up as much time. When I run a lap, when I run a lap, I probably do it in 7 minutes. When I walk a lap, I do it in about 10.5 minutes. So if I run all 5 laps, then that's 35 minutes. I think I did my math right. But if I walk 5 laps, obviously, I can't even think right now, it takes 50 minutes. So 35, 50, 15-minute difference. It's not that huge. And so if you have extra time and you don't want to run or you don't want to do high intense workouts, then just walk. Because you need to do some sort of workout to create that calorie deficit. And just not eating is not going to do it for you because your body goes into starvation mode. I know a lot of people are like, oh God, I know. But some people don't know that. And they're like, well, anorexic people lose weight and blah, 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 you know. Which, yes, they do, but they're also losing a lot of muscle. And when they do start eating regularly again, or, you know, if they do, their body holds fat a lot more. So unless you're planning on being anorexic forever, which is not fun, at least from what I've heard, I've never been anorexic, so I don't know. But unless you plan on being anorexic forever, I wouldn't do it because you're just gonna gain the weight back. And I know that a lot of people say that, but it's true, and scientifically it makes sense. It's, yeah. So, but yeah, you can eat a low-calorie diet, but they say that you shouldn't eat lower than 1,200 calories a day. If you are exercising a lot, you shouldn't eat less than 1,800 calories. I sometimes, like if I know I'm not going to exercise or if I don't have time to walk that day, I'll eat like a 1,500 calorie diet. But that's, and it's also where your calories are coming from. You can't say, oh, I can eat 1,800 calories. Well, this slice of pizza only has 600 calories in it, so I can eat 3 slices of pizza. It's not how it works. And especially for women with PCOS. And why it is because like flour and processed foods, they affect us a lot more than they affect, you know, an average woman. And gosh, I keep yawning. And if you are, you know, eating junk food for your calories, it's not going to be as effective because those are, a lot of them are empty calories. So you're not getting the fuel that your body needs, and you're just putting sugars in your body. So back to the paleo info, and I know that this whole video is kind of redundant, but I figured if someone asked me about it, then obviously I didn't cover it well enough. I'm just going to go over like a typical day for me. I can't think right now. When I wake up for breakfast, I usually eat like a fruit, or not a fruit. I usually eat fruit like strawberries, or like an apple. I think there's like there's like 78 calories in an apple or something like that, and like in a cup of halved strawberries, there is like 59. So you can eat a lot of them. Ooh, I keep blinking. You can eat a lot of apples or strawberries or both, or bananas. I think bananas have like, oh gosh, I can't remember. I made out a list, just kind of like a go-to for how many calories are in an average whatever. An egg is like, oh my god, I'll post it on my Facebook because I cannot remember. Anyways, so I usually eat some fruit for breakfast, or I have a couple scrambled eggs. or both. You can have both. I have sometimes, you know, I just don't feel like cutting up a bunch of fruit and then making scrambled eggs, you know, it's whatever. So, you know, sometimes I'll have like 3 scrambled eggs, and I will do a little cheat and put some cheese on there. And then for lunch, my paleo diet says no dairy, no cheese, no yogurt. So yeah, cheese and yogurt is cheating, but I only put a little bit of cheese on my eggs, so it really doesn't make a huge difference. And then my lunch, I'll eat like a yogurt, a little more fruit, and then I'll have like a lettuce wrap, which I just take a leaf of lettuce and I put meat and cheese in there. And again, I don't use a whole lot of cheese because you're not supposed to have cheese. Sometimes I don't even use cheese, but you know, I feel like cheese fills you up a lot more. But anyway, so I use meat, cheese, mustard, make a little, like, if I'm using romaine, I just make like a little taco. If I'm using like iceberg, I like wrap it up, and it's actually really easy to do. You just peel off the thing, kind of wrap it up like a diaper. But and I'll eat that instead of a sandwich, because the bread has a lot of calories and carbs in it. And then for dinner, I will make chicken, or steak, or turkey burgers. If I make turkey burgers, then I wrap those up in lettuce as well instead of using buns. And Chris loves them. They're so filling and they're so good. He prefers them over regular burgers. So, but I make steak. You want to, you know, trim off all the fat of steak before you eat it. Or chicken, which I'll do like sometimes barbecue chicken, like barbecue sauce, which I know you're not supposed to have with the paleo diet, but it's really not going to kill me. So that's my reasoning. But most of the time it's like garlic chicken, or I just or like onion. I put like onion and stuff in there and just make like, just use seasonings instead of sauces, because sauces have a lot of calories and carbs in them. Well, not a lot of calories, but they have a lot of sugars in them that you're not supposed to have. A lot of the times your seasonings, they don't have a lot of unnecessary sugars. And then for dessert, I don't have dessert very often because I don't like to think of like, oh yeah, I don't like to think of dessert as a meal. A lot of people do that. Oh, well, what are we going to have for dessert, you know? And you don't need dessert every day. Dessert is kind of like, it's a treat every so often. So I get those frozen fruit bars from Safeway or from QFC. Anywhere you go, we'll have them though. But you want to get the ones with the real fruit, or like least amount of sugar as possible. Chris loves those. I only eat them every once in a while. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. But it's nice because it's made out of real fruit, or you can make your own. You can cut up a bunch of fruit and make your own popsicles at home, which I have thought about doing, but I haven't done. But yeah, so, or I make pork chops, not for dessert, for dinner. But yeah, I just, with my turkey burgers, I don't get like the 99% fat-free turkey, because I don't think it tastes as good. And sorry. And the what is it that I get? I get like 93% fat-free, so it's not much of a difference. And you do want some fat in your diet, because that is the calories. They actually suggest that you have like, I think it's like 10% of your calories be from fat, or maybe it's more than that. But you should eat like 200 calories of fat, like, or not of fat, but from fat, which you can, sometimes they'll like label it on there, X amount of calories from fat. And that's because that is really good fuel for your body, and it actually does help you lose weight. But yeah, so typical day. Eggs or fruit in the morning. For lunch, I make a lettuce wrap with some meat and cheese and mustard, which that's all I like on my sandwiches anyways. So I don't like mayo or anything. But and a yogurt sometimes. You can also get those Lara bars, which are really good for you. They use like dates as sweeteners, and I can't think of the rest right now, but they're really good for you. Just look at the ingredients and make sure that they don't have like, one has like brown rice syrup in it, which I can't have any type of rice because it's starch on my diet. So I don't eat those ones, but make sure it's something that you can eat. And then I have chicken, turkey, pork or steak or beef for dinner, and then vegetables, or sweet potato fries. I make sweet potato fries with my turkey burgers, and they're really good with garlic on them. I love it. But yeah, so it's not all that complicated. If you go on Pinterest and you type in paleo, P-A-L-E-O, diet, or just paleo, put in paleo dinner or paleo lunch or paleo recipes or just paleo, it'll give you a rundown of what it is. If you just type in paleo, you can find them a lot. They'll have the little charts. But if you're looking for recipes, just type in paleo recipes or paleo dinner or something like that, and you find tons of them. People are always putting them on there. Anyways, this video is a lot longer than I meant for it to be, but I hope you guys are doing great, and I will see you soon. Bye!